You can use my made-to-measure service to order cushions, curtains and blinds. You can also order coordinating sofas, chairs, footstools, headboards and quilts. I've selected some beautifully shaped sofas and chairs. All you have to do is to select the size and the fabric you wish to cover it in, and we will deliver it to you in 4 to 6 weeks. Our headboards are rectangular or rounded. They're beautifully luxurious and wall-mounted. Quilts are made in 3 different designs. Either sit on top of the bed like an eiderdown or drape over the sides depending on the look you want. So look carefully at the measurements of the quilts before you tick the box. We offer 3 different designs of cushion, each of which comes in 4 sizes, and they're supplied with feather pads. For a window or a doorway, an important choice you'll need to make is whether to use curtains or blinds, or indeed a mixture of both. Curtains can be drawn well past the window to let in plenty of light. They can be cosy, adding warmth by preventing heat loss, and they can also add sound insulation. Blinds can be the most economical solution and can work particularly well for windows where there is little space on either side, as is often found in kitchens and bathrooms. We offer roller, Roman and Swedish blinds. And you can use both curtains and blinds on the same window, especially in a sitting room, to create a more formal look and to add another layer of colour. If you have several windows and doors to dress in one room, you will need to balance up the quantity of curtains versus blinds so that the room isn't swamped in fabric. Once you've made your choices, all you need to do is to provide us with a few easy-to-make measurements. There's a measuring guide on the made-to-measure section of my website. Always be sure to use a good metal tape measure and please measure in metric units only. For curtains, it's easiest if the track or pull is already fitted. Make sure that it's at least 20 centimetres wider than the window on each side and at least 15 centimetres above the window too. This means that the curtains will let in as much light as possible when opened and block out as much as possible when closed. For made-to-measure curtains, you'll need to tell us the width of the track or pull. If it's a track, measure it from end to end and add any overlap where the curtains may meet in the middle. For a pull, measure the distance between the finials. We also need to know the finished length of the curtains. For a track, measure from the top of the track down to where you want the bottom of the hem to be. Then add a 1 centimetre allowance so that the curtains will completely hide the track. For a pull, measure from the eyelets, which sit at the bottom of the rings, down to the bottom of the hem. We recommend you then add 2 to 5 centimetres depending on how much of the pull and rings you wish to hide. We'll then automatically add 25 centimetres to your measurement to allow for the hems and turnings. We offer 3 different headings on our made-to-measure service: triple pleat, pencil pleat or cottage pleat. Triple pleat is a more formal heading where the curtain comes in at a fixed width and can't ever go into a window of a different size. I would use this triple pleat heading in a more formal setting, for instance in a drawing room or a sitting room or dining room. If you want your curtain width to be more flexible, you can use a pencil pleat heading, which is a flat tape machined on to the top of the curtain, which you pull up to any width that's required for your window. A pencil pleat is less formal and definitely the heading to use if you're going to make a palmet. Cottage pleat is a really lovely and probably my favourite heading. The gathered curtain top comes up above the track and creates a very soft look. Cottage pleat are particularly lovely for bedrooms and sitting rooms. We'll also need to know what kind of lining you'd prefer and whether you'd like the curtains to have a leading edge. I'm a great advocate of interlining, which is a soft, fleecy type fabric, sewn between the main fabric and the lining of the curtains. It gives a more luxurious look and insulates against heat loss through the glass in the winter, so it's a greener thing to do. If you just want small, simple curtains, interlining isn't necessary, but remember that they'll always look a little less full than interlined curtains. Leading edges are lovely, and you can choose this option on our made-to-measure service. It means choosing a different fabric for border down the inner edge of your curtain, the part you will pull with your hands when you open or close the curtain. It can protect the curtains from finger marks and manhandling. Also, if you've got a south-facing window, you can always change a leading edge if the curtain is faded by the sunshine. With blinds, you've got 2 fitting choices. If you want to fit blinds inside a window recess, right up against the window, measure the recess width at several points and give us the narrowest measurement, subtracting 1 centimetre for clearance so that the blind will run up and down smoothly. For the length, please measure from the top of the recess to the bottom. If you want to fit blinds outside the window recess, add at least 5 centimetres on each side of the window so the blinds will block out light. and for the length add 15 centimetres. You'll also need to decide which side you'd like the cord to be and whether you'd like a chrome or brass cord weight. For made to measure blinds, we'll need you to choose between 3 types, either roller, Roman or Swedish. Roller blinds are very convenient and handy, especially for windows where you can't reach to the top. They're very good for preserving light in a room and work well in an office type environment. Roman blinds are softer and definitely better for living areas and bedrooms, as you can see more fabric and they make more of a colour statement in the room. Swedish blinds are particularly good for bedrooms. They're traditionally used all over Sweden. They're a useful way of introducing 2 fabrics into a room. When the blind is down, only the front fabric shows, but when they're rolled up, you can see both fabrics. Be sure you don't use them for windows that are difficult to reach the top of, because you maybe need to help them roll up straight. Please contact us if you're not sure you need any help with this. We're more than happy to talk you through the online ordering process and to help you place your order. If you want some more tips about interior design, there is a short video on the interior design inspiration page of my site. It's also my book, The Home Sewn Home, which is packed full of more ideas.